Good morning. How impressive was that? Like it just takes your breath away, doesn't it? And I saw lots of things coming up in the chat, and even thinking like, this is the sort of debate we need. This is the sort of listening. These are the sort of arguments. I'm going to take it even one step back from that. I think we're at a point in our country where understanding and discerning sources and facts is essential. And that is one of the key pieces to even being able to put that argument together. And our student debaters did an amazing job with that. So I would like to just congratulate them on that. But right now we have a few questions to hear about their experience in debates. So could we have you each introduce yourself, and then let's take the first question, and you can go in the order that you spoke in the debate. And here's the first question. Reflecting on your time in debate, what will you take away from the activity after all the competition is over?
I guess that's me that's going first, right? Okay. So, well, debate, let's see. That's a tough question because, you know, I think one thing that's really important about debate, and one thing that I really want to take away, is not only the experiences of like in-round experiences and all the work we have to do in-round, but just the general vibe, the skills that it brings. Debate is actually the reason for my critical thinking skill on my resume. So yeah, there's a lot of skills that I've learned through it, a lot of friends that I've made, a lot of experiences I had, which is really great. So that was, yeah.
And could you remind people of the school that you attend and your name once again?
Oh, I'm Chicomso. I go to Como Park Senior High School. Go Cougars. Yay. So yeah.
Thank you. Our next debater.
Yeah, hi. My name is Michael O'Neill again. I go to Roosevelt Area High School. And I guess the thing that I would probably take the most from debate is probably a combination of like the new perspectives you see, because obviously like ninth grade when I came into debate, I didn't know half the things I know now. I met so many different kinds of people and seen so many different ways to take just one subject that I think that like Chicomso, it's the people I met, but also just the perspective it gave me. Yeah, so.
Okay, thank you. And our next debater?
Oh, hi, my name is Harriet and I'm a junior over at Washburn High School in South Minneapolis. And I think one of the really wonderful things about debate is it makes you, it doesn't make it so you think in like a single story, like you think from all perspectives, and you can like be an outside thinker and think in terms of the whole picture, not only viewing one thing and then whatever you think you just go with it. It makes you very open-minded to all types of different ideas and what works best for people, really. And I think I started debate in 6th grade, and I just think it's really wonderful to make friends, and I think it's a really wonderful and welcoming community, and I think it's a really great extracurricular for colleges and for everything.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, maybe we should all agree to start every morning this way, because it's so inspiring, isn't it? Right? And it also reminds me, and no offense to the adults on the call, but it reminds me of how much I miss working with students. So it's so great to hear your reflections. Here's question number 2. What makes debate different from other extracurricular activities and experiences that you've had? And could we go in the same order again, but you don't have to say your name in school?
Okay, let's see. That's a very good question. I think debate, like without it, what makes it different than other sports and stuff is that you gotta always kind of be thinking one step ahead. You know what I mean? You always got to be thinking, okay, what could the other team say? How could I answer their arguments? What could they bring up? How could I counter it? This, and that. A lot of back and forth that has to be going on in your head at the same time, which can be kind of difficult sometimes. But as you do it more, you get better at it, and I think it's really great. But yeah.
Thanks so much, Michael.
So I've done a lot of activities in my lifetime. I got like 6 years of football under my belt, 3 years of basketball. So like I definitely know that between like, more physical activities and debate, there are a lot of differences. And I feel like with those type of sports, you grow in your skill. Obviously, you grow in, making friendships and connections and things like that. But I think what debate uniquely offers is not only do you grow in your skill in the sport, but it also allows you to grow as a person. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I tackled plenty of people, but I never challenged my way of thinking before, on the football field. I never thought differently on, how should I tackle a person, like, or whether that's right or wrong or something like that. So I think debate allows you to grow as a person as well as growing in your skill.
I completely agree with what Chicamsa and Michael just articulated. I also think that debate, I think it makes you like a way better listener. It makes you very attentive to like what the other person will do, in not a way that's very critical of what the other person is. Like, of course, you want to respond with your opinion or your evidence and make it more factual, but you don't want to be harsh and critical. You want to take in what the other person is saying. And in any activity, I think it makes you more like, it's not so much about yourself and what you say, it's also about what the other person does and say and how to respond to that in a critical but positive way.
Those are excellent answers, even better than we would have expected. So I so wish I could be in a classroom with all of you. Chicamsa, let's do the last question and go around the panel. What would be your pitch to other students about why they should join debate?
Oh man, it's so funny because one of my partners, we've been talking about this earlier, and we were like, well, how do you get people to join debate? Anytime somebody asks, well, what is debate? It's always so hard to answer because it's like, it's everything at once, it's a whole lot of things that you have to be thinking about. And it's really hard to get someone to be like, well, what is debate? When I tried explaining to one of my friends before, I really just said that it's an activity that you can do to better your mindset. It's an activity you can do to help yourself grow in your thoughts, in the way that you think about things, and your perspectives. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, late nights typing up things and rehearsing your flows, your speeches and everything. But it really helps you like in all areas of life. I think it's really important. So yeah. So basically the answer, you gotta just, it's just really great. I don't know. It's so hard to like say how great it is in like a way that won't scare people away, So yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
I guess if I had to like, I don't know, pitch this to other students, I guess what I would say is that debate, like Chicamsa said, is something for growing your mindset. It's when you want to learn more about the world and other people's perspectives. And yeah, there's a lot of late nights. There's definitely a lot of early mornings too. But all in all, debate helped me find out a little bit more about myself. And I've seen it help other people in that same way too. So I think regardless of the work, I think debates is definitely a place to come if you want to, I don't know, just get a step ahead, right? Like, want to better your mindset, better your work ethic, know yourself a little bit more. Debates this place for you. And that's what I'd say.
Great, thank you. Harriet?
I honestly don't think there is a reason why someone shouldn't join debate. Maybe that's my biased opinion, but I don't think there's a reason why people shouldn't join. I think another really great factor of debate is that it makes you more aware of situations, and it makes you more of a historian and aware of situations that happened in the past. And like I'll be in IB history and I'll feel like super on top of it just because I have 6 years of debate where I've just been taking in information. And like I know, like right now we're going over like the Bill Clinton presidency, and I know all about it from 8th grade. And it makes you feel really, I think, maybe to quote like Schoolhouse Rock, like it's like knowledge is power. And I think that when you feel knowledgeable and you feel smart, I think it makes you more motivated to get involved, and it makes your wingspan better.
Well, I think you all are fabulous ambassadors for debate. And I think maybe I should line you all up to help the governor get ready for the legislative session, the upcoming legislative session. That might be a huge help to all of us in the entire state. When people ask that question, ask the question to me like, how do I get involved? What's activism? What could I do? One of my first answers always is join the debate team, because I think it's how you learn, how you develop your own voice. But you all said it so much better than I did. I just want to thank you for letting me be part of this morning, and the governor also. He's already on another briefing. I'm sorry he couldn't stay for all of this, and I'm going to go join him. But we're just so grateful for the Urban Debate League and for all of your work, and for the students working so hard, and for the sponsors and for the mayors, and for for all of you being here this morning. It's just the greatest start to the morning that I've had in a very long time. Thank you all, and best wishes.